Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Kenya with BK Trading Academy, and in today's video, I'm going to go through an analysis step by step and show you how I find profitable swing trades. So let's take a look at CADJPY. If you need to pause this video and go back, rewind it, feel free to do so. But I'm going to go step by step, and hopefully this will help you, especially if you have a really busy schedule and you don't have a lot of screen time. So taking a look at CADJPY, one of the things that you'll notice is that the pair is currently in an uptrend on the monthly. So we have a structure that has given us an impulse, a correction, an impulse, and a correction. And if we simply take our Fibonacci tool, noticing that we've been in an uptrend and now we've gotten this drop, we can take our Fibonacci tool and measure from the high of the impulse to the low. And one of the things that we'd like to see ideally is a 50% to 618 fib retracement. So if we mark that, you'll see that this previous structure right here actually aligns with our 50% to 618 fib level. So this is an area that I'm definitely going to keep my eye on. As you can see, the market is starting to pull back. So this is a key structure here, which you can see it was previous resistance. The market provided a slight rejection to the downside. It was previous support. The market provided a rejection to the upside, and it was also previous support. So you can see that this area is a really important area. So we want to be mindful of that. Okay. So now, since I am going to drill down, I notice that from this monthly perspective, and if I know that this pair is in correction after this fall, this bearish move on the monthly, I'm going to drill down to the weekly. And now you can see this structure a little bit more clearly on the weekly. So notice on the weekly that we had a double top here where the market formed resistance at 109.86. We then had a double top. So we had a rejection to the downside, a retest of the structure, and bears continued to push that price lower, giving us an eventual break of the neckline here at 104.30. Then we came back to retest, reject off of it, and the market pushed lower. So considering this, now you can make sense of it from the higher time frame, what's going on the weekly. Now I'm interested in trading this weekly structure. I like to trade short-term swing trades. Sometimes I'll go a little bit longer, but as you can see here, if we simply trap this in a channel, I'm just going to move it out a little bit because I'd like the price to get back to this structure here to retest. I'm going to go ahead and clone this. Okay, and I'm going to bring this to the other side of my swing lows. And now you can see I have the price trapped inside of a channel. So this is my weekly channel. You can see on this weekly channel that we are pretty bearish. So I'm going to be looking for opportunities to short. So here is the area that I'm hoping the price will retrace to. We've already identified this on the monthly. And notice that this level also aligns with our trend line resistance, which is ideal. When we are trading channels, we'd like to see at least 2 touches off of our trend line on each side, and we do have that. Okay, so we're going to wait for another touch to come right off of this area here, and hopefully when this correction is complete, we will have that. So you can see that this previous resistance, previous support, I expect to become a future area of resistance that will cause the price to reverse from this zone, also off of our trend line resistance. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to set an alert. We're going to set an alert at, let's say, at 102. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click alert, and I'm going to type this in TradingView, and I'm going to put 102, and then I'm going to put CADJPY short. Okay, so swing short, letting myself know that we are going to consider this level for a swing short. And this is how I prepare myself to find high probability setups. This is going to be my resistance off of the weekly time frame. So this is my resistance level. And now I can also identify an area of support. One of the things that you'll see right now is that our weekly support, our major weekly support, is right here near the bottom of the channel. Okay. When we trade channels, we look to take profit near the middle of the channel. So notice where the price is pausing right now. It's actually forming a level of resistance that was previous support. And if I just kind of bring this over to the left, you'll see that this was also an area of support where the market had previously been in an impulse, gave us a correction and another continuation to the upside. So this is an important area that the market is approaching right now. And considering this, that the market has paused here several times, this tells me that if I short from this level, this would be my area of take profit that I would want to consider. Let's see how many pips that would be. So from our resistance trend line to about the middle of the channel, that's a good 284 pips or so. So that's perfect for a swing trade. Okay. So should I continue to drill lower? Well, it's completely up to you. But if I'm looking for a potential swing trade, all I'm going to do is I'm going to wait and be patient and let the price come to me. The next thing I want to do is determine where my stop loss is going to be. So this is my support. I have my resistance. I have my area of execution. And now I can start to add additional confluences. Well, one thing I know that if the price does break out of my channel or it continues to break higher, then the trade possibly will no longer be invalid. But I want to keep in mind that the last time price was in this zone, it rejected right here within this area. So you want to consider the wick areas when you are considering your entry and also your stop loss. I know that price could come to about 102, possibly, I say 102, even 50 to 60. So although I'm being alerted right here at 102, the reason why I want to be alerted here is because I want to see what the price does when it gets to this area. So here you can notice that that was a wick area the market rejected to the upside, and also that wick there. And note, you want to pay attention to the wick. So when you're trying to determine your entry, that's really important information. So how do you judge this? How do you determine where to get in? Well, one thing we can do is we can drill down. Once the price gets to 102, we know that it's probably going to push a little bit higher. So I would say even probably 102, like 40 to 50, maybe would be our execution area right here within the middle of the wicks. Okay. So maybe I'll just bring that up a little bit. So I'll bring it to like 102.25. I'll bring it to 102.25 or so. Okay. So we'll bring it there, 102.27. And we want to be alerted when the price gets here. So we know this is our execution area. What you can do is you can drill down to a lower time frame if you want. So if you want to go down to the 4 hour, for example, or if you even want to drill down to the 2 hour, I think the 4 hour is a good time frame to look at, especially when swing trading. And all you're going to look for is some type of bearish confirmation. So for example, notice how the price here previously back in November of 2022, we had a bearish breakout and then the price came back to retest. And then this was our bearish confirmation right here when the market came to retest here at this previous resistance and continued to move lower. So this is the type of move that you'd want to see in the future, somewhere off of this zone and near this trend line resistance. Okay. Now that could be part of your confirmation. Now keep in mind, you need to follow consistent rules that fit the strategy that you trade. So even though I'm showing you how I prepare for swings and the execution criteria that I go through, you can simply go through your own list of rules and you still should be able to get very similar results because we're basically focusing on price. You don't have to focus on the same exact entry criteria as I do, although my entry criteria has a high probability of working. So that is why I use the same consistent set of rules to execute. Another confirmation that I'm most likely going to use here, now if I go back to the weekly time frame, another confirmation that I'm going to look to probably use is my 50-period moving average. So I like to use this for short-term swing trading. And now you can see this is a beautiful confluence here because if the market does come to our area of execution, not only is it in a reversal zone, it's at our trend line resistance, but it's also right near the 50-period moving average. So the way that I use this is that if price is trading below the 50-period moving average, this is a confluence for me to sell. If it is trading above the 50-period moving average, this is a confluence for me to buy. And I align this with other criteria that I'm looking at. So with CADJPY, what you want to be watching for right now, you could be going long on the lower time frame. So let me show you, for example, how that would look. I'm more interested in a swing trade off the weekly. So what you're going to be doing is monitoring. If you're a swing trader like me, you're going to monitor the higher time frame like the weekly. You're going to monitor this 102, I would say 20 to 30 area, and just know that this is your execution area within the zone. Okay. You're taking that back to the middle of the channel to about 99.43. That's going to be pretty much your target. And you can take profits along the way if you want. I like to take multiple positions off the table in profit as the market is going my way. And if the market does come back to retrace, I usually will set another alert and I will re-enter when the market pulls back to maximize my profits. Now, again, you'll have to determine your risk and your stop and where you want to place that. I like to always risk no more than 2% of my total account balance. But let me go ahead and drop down to a lower time frame and show you your opportunity right now. So looking at the daily, one of the things that you will see right now is that we pretty much have a bearish trend, and notice that this is our resistance right here at 98. I'll just say 99. Okay. So right here at 99, let me just go ahead and highlight that for you. So notice here, This is our daily structure where we had previous support. We had a break of that level. The market broke through, gave us a correction back into this previous area. So we broke through support at 99.38 or so, 99.36. We came back to retest the area as resistance. We had a bearish flag and the market continued to break lower. We now have a double bottom. Okay, so we have a double bottom and the market has come to break the neckline. So now what can we expect? If you want to go long, you can look for a retest of this level at 99.86 or so and look to go long. This would be the next area you would take profit at 100.93 or so. Probably is going to come back just a little bit and then continue up to my weekly level that I'm interested in swing trading. And then I will be taking that down to the middle of the channel as I explain on the weekly. All right, so if that was a mouthful, just rewind this video back. Make sure you go and set those alerts on your chart. But this is what I expect for CADJPY. The good thing is that we don't have any major news that's going to affect this pair in the next couple of days. We do have some US news reports. We have CPI tomorrow. It's a pretty heavy news week. So you need to be cautious, definitely, because CPI, even though it's USD, it does have the ability to impact all pairs. Not as much as USD pairs are impacted, but it will have some type of impact. So just be mindful of that. But just make sure you keep your eyes on the level, again, because we are focusing on swing. This is going to be the level you're going to be focused on, and I would love to hear how this plays out for you. If you guys are new here, I want to encourage you to subscribe. Make sure you smash that like button for me and also turn on notifications, and you will get all of our future notifications when we upload. If you are a returning subscriber, I hope that you found this helpful. Comment below and let me know what pairs you want to see next. Also check out the description of the video to learn more about our trading academy and all that we offer. You guys stay blessed, trade safe, and I will see you in the next video.